Hey Phil, this is Scott, and I was just going to try to answer your question on BBI for you. I thought it'd be easier to do video recording instead of typing it out. But basically, what I was thinking is in the morning, um, I pulled up the monthly chart first, and this is a known pig. The stock has a history of mostly going down with some spikes along the way, but everything is usually sold off eventually, especially after 2014. So that's the first thing. I also checked the news catalyst to see what was causing the rise, and it was this phase three. Um, I'm no expert at reading phase threes, but I did look some places online to see if anyone was really excited about it. My sense of it was positive, but it wasn't pie in the sky, as I like to say, or earth shattering. I also noticed on June 8th this news headline about the offering. So I figured they're probably doing this offering, and probably they were anticipating some news coming out as far as the phase three. Um, so then, going into my process, the weekly chart, as you can see, is nothing but straight down. Um, if I notice a trend line, I like to draw any obvious trend lines. And I can kind of see one here. So as I zoom down further, in the morning, that meets around a little above $2. It was already above that. Um, but obviously this has a history of spiking and failing, so I'm going to start looking at the next levels. I see another level here that I'd be interested in around 273, and also I could validate this one about 330. So I have this trend line, somewhere at about 275 or so. I'm interested in a short, possibly, and that also meets this resistance area. There's some bag holders in here, and also this resistance area around $3.30. um, as I move further down, we get into the 10-minute, and this was 7 o'clock in the morning, this spike here. To me, it looked like it rejected off of the 330 area. I mean, there's a hard rejection right there. So I have this theory um, that I follow, which is for gap and craps, usually the high of day is either set in the pre-market or it's set right after the open, soon after the open. It's one or the other. So I'm usually trying to determine, does this look like something that already topped in the pre-market, or is it something that could set up for another um, stuff into the open and then hit high of day and fail? Um, but as I was looking at it in the pre-market, I decided to locate because of the fact that it was up so much, but also because of this hard rejection off this upper line. And the higher my resistance line, the better I'm concerned, because that means there's more opportunity there. And what I was thinking is, as I started watching price action around these areas, this to me looked like we had a hard rejection off that 330, and then I see the start of a type of descending triangle right there. I'm sure you can see it. Um, so I was pretty confident that this would hold, at least in the pre-market. I wasn't sure about into the open, but I was confident enough to get started. And then my plan was a pop back up into this area I was going to add, which I did. Um, and then I still wasn't sure, because you did have some support off this level right here, about 273. But then as the morning went on, I see another type of descending triangle pattern here. So again, this is bearish. So I got a rejection, I got my lines, I got a descending, it came down, broke test, it came back up. Could not make a higher high.